Okay, this is number 1.3.7. So this is to show that 4 to the 2n minus 1 is always divisible by 5. So step number 1 is to first show that it works for the first case, so n equals 1. So we have 4 to the 2 minus 1. So then we have, this is 16 minus 1, which is 15. And this is 5 times 3. Now the last step, of course, is pretty obvious. 15 is divisible by 5, but you have to show it as a product of 5 times another number. And that should be your last step for step number 1. Number 2 is to, again, assume true for n equals k. So we have 4 to the 2k minus 1 is equal to 5 times some number. We'll just say 5 times a. Step number 3 is to show true for n equals k plus 1. So now this says that 4 to the 2 times k plus 1 minus 1 is also going to be 5 times some number. We'll call it 5a prime. Now our goal is to show that this is true, and I'll make sure that we've established that. So this is our goal, and this is always our substitution. Alright, now we can get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to step number 2, and I'm going to rearrange this a little bit. We'll say that 4 to the 2k is equal to 5a minus 1. And this will actually be our substitution. Now this is 4 to the 2k plus 2 minus 1.
Up there, 4 to the 2k is equal to 5a plus 1. Should be plus 1. On the second step?
Here.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright. So now this is 4 to the 2k plus 2 minus 1. And we're going to split this one up. This is always the tricky step for students dealing with divisibility, induction and divisibility. We're going to split this up into 4 to the 2k times 4 to the 2 minus 1. Just split it up like that. And now 4 to the 2k we've established to be 5a plus 1. So that's 5a plus 1 times 16 minus 1. So now we'll distribute the 16 through. So we have 16 times 5a plus 16 minus 1. I'm not going to multiply the 16 times 5. It's not because I don't know what it is, but it's just easier because I already know I'm going to have to factor out a 5, so I don't have to do the extra work. So I have 16 times 5 times a plus 16 minus 1 is 15. And now I can factor out a 5, so I have 5 times 16a plus 3. And this is 5 times some number. That was our goal, 5 times a number. And that's it. And don't forget your last step, which is to summarize the 3 previous steps.